Welcome to the show about the show, the podcast. This is episode 464. My name is Will, and I'm freezing and hungry in the night in the dark. Joining me, as always, is Ben, my business rival and bitter enemy. Hi, Ben.
Hello. What's up?
And of course, Atticus is here. Hello, Atticus. How are you today?
Wonderful.
Great. Good to hear. What's up, guys? It's the show about the show, the podcast, a podcast about Twin Peaks. We talk about Twin Peaks. Sometimes we talk about other stuff. You can support us at patreon.com/Dr. Skeleton. I forgot to write down. I'm doing this from memory. I usually have this part written down, and apparently I deleted it in this document. But today we're talking about Twin Peaks The Return, Part 10. Alternately subtitled Laura is the One. But Atticus said that he's got a little discussion question to get the juices flowing. He promised it's going to be a banger. So Atticus, take it away.
Well, I was thinking, who would you want to what kind of game would you want if there was a Twin Peaks video game? And I think obviously we don't want one because David Lynch couldn't be involved. But in a world where David Lynch is going to be whatever is like the director of a video game, creative director, what would it look like? And I was thinking he would direct a cool like Red Dead style.
Like open world, action,
and like do whatever with it, like dream sequences galore, whatever, you know. Maybe a mystery.
I'm thinking like, you ever play one of those like FMV games? They're like point and click.
Yeah, that would be great.
But they're like pre-recorded. I mean, you could make like a Twin Peaks FMV out of the first season or something. It's like really shitty, low quality like animations or UI type thing. That's something you might play in like the library or something. That's what I would want from a Twin Peaks video game.
Maybe like a simulator, I think. I've got a couple different ideas. Fishing simulator with Pete. You do the big rig simulator with I haven't seen the show. Can't think of his name. Leo.
Yeah.
Hold the spider up simulator. Hold the spider cage up simulator.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, sim type thing. High school simulator.
People talk a lot about how like Alan Wake is a huge Twin Peaks like successor or spiritual successor vibe wise. And I haven't ever played any of those games. Have you guys played Alan Wake or Alan Wake 2 or
Alan Wake?
A tiny bit.
Control part of that. I don't know if universe is the right term, but
Control.
I don't know.
It's like a third person
development
action. Yeah, I think so. It's like a third person action. I think it's like, I guess I always thought it was a horror game, and so I steered away from it.
It is. It feels like you're Stephen King or something. I think it's about a writer.
Is this different than Quake?
Yep.
What if it wasn't?
Yeah, what if we were talking about Quake?
And we refused to call it that?
Yeah. What if we just decided to call Quake Alan Wake? That's what we were talking about.
My second idea would be Telltale making a Twin Peaks game.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
If they were still around.
That's kind of... Go ahead.
What's the game you got me to play on the podcast a long time ago, Will? That was like a puzzle game.
Oh, The Witness. Oh my God, that's been like 10 years since we did that on the show.
It's like escape from the Red Room. Witness.
Ooh,
that would be good.
Escape from the Red Room.
Have you guys played this new? They got a movie for it, Exit 8 or whatever it's called, something like that. Exit 8.
I haven't heard of this.
You guys know? It's like a Japanese little small game, short game. Simple game. I don't know what you call it. You're like a guy
for this now.
They got a movie. They got a movie. You're like a guy that's trying to like exit the subway, and you have to like spot anomalies. And
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I played it very briefly, but it was too scary for me, and it kind of made me a little anxious, so I stopped playing it.
Sure.
But maybe that could be a good Red Room style thing.
Yeah. Oh man. Speaking of like I guess video games, but also things that you watch. Uh finally finished Avatar 3. That we watched over like four sessions. And like with many days in between. Like it took us a month to watch Avatar 4, basically. And I hadn't seen the second one, and I did not care for the first one whatsoever. And I do think this was the right way to do it.
Did you say 4? Aren't there only 3 of them?
My bad. I guess, yeah, we watched
3?
Avatar 3 over 4 sessions. And I highly recommend being as disoriented as possible watching the movie, because it does end up being quite fun in that way. But the other like takeaway, and this is where the video game part comes in, is like them people that won like the best VFX at the Oscars and whatever. And like I guess I get why, but it looks like a video game. It doesn't look like a movie. It looks
It's like, are we
just
reaching a
video
point
game.
where like you can't make aliens look realistic because they're not real? Like those type aren't humanoid aliens.
I don't
aren't real,
know.
so you can't.
I don't know what it is. Like I still feel like Gollum looks real or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
like from like 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago. But like this stuff, it doesn't look photo real the way that you guys are talking about it that way. Or I don't know. And it's not like necessarily stylized either. I don't know. It just looks like I'm looking at a video game, and I just can't take it as seriously because of that. And it's fine. It's very goofy. I'm also over the Big Jim meme stuff, so I'm kind of a built-in hater. But anyway, with that, I can recommend Avatar 3: Fire and Ash if you get as disoriented as possible. However you get to that headspace.
If you need a board to hit yourself in the head with. The second one
Yeah.
is absolutely terrible.
Okay, people say that one's better than the third one.
I think they're the same movie, so it makes sense that. Well, I don't know. I think I read that that movie was split. Like it was supposed to be just one movie, and
Awesome.
big criticism is that you can tell.
Okay. Yeah, I really don't care about what was happening.
What's supposed to, yeah.
Yeah. But I had a good
You
time.
know what? I've got another video game idea.
Yeah.
They should do one of those big arcade game style ones where it's 2 big plastic guns, and it's a prequel, and you play as Coop and Denise in the FBI.
Oh, nice.
What do you call those kind of games? Shooter, but like where you get the gun when you're in the arcade.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I like that. And I think there should be a whole line of the games where there's also like the jet ski thing that you're riding.
Yes. Yes.
And I guess you're James. It's the James's Wild
Ooh.
Ride.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
We land on it.
nice.
All right, after 20 minutes of dicking around, we got it. We got there. Folks, Laura is the One. This is part 10 of The Return. This aired July 16th, 2017. This is directed by David Lynch, and it was written by David Lynch and Mark Frost. Ben, why don't you take us through a summary here?
Richard drives to Miriam Sullivan's, who tells him to leave and has sent a letter about him to the sheriff's department. He angrily breaks into her trailer and savagely beats her before calling Deputy Chad and telling him to intercept Miriam's letter.
Had Chad been had the name Chad become a joke by 2017?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
100%. That's a long,
Okay.
long time. That's like, I mean, early or pre 4chan type stuff, I think.
Okay. So do you think that, Mark Frost and David Lynch are invoking the Chad joke or Chad meme to some way?
Chad's not a Chad, but
Right.
maybe.
But it's kind of
Still
a
maybe.
But it was kind of floating around as a kind of as a joke name, you would call something. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like the same way, like, oh, what if something's name was Gary? As just kind of like if you're not that funny, you try to come up with something to say that's funny. And I feel like Chad was kind of in the air like that too, even if it wasn't like the whatever like Wojak it's turned into now or something. Do you think David Lynch was into Wojaks? Or do you? Anyway, I don't know where.
Yeah. This is a pretty harrowing scene, I would say. You kind of get a little,
Say harrowing.
I don't know, harrowing. What's wrong? What's wrong with that?
What's wrong?
It is.
No, it is. Yeah, it's a tough scene. We get a lot of violence in this episode.
That's a hard way to start.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do. Miriam's trailer. It's a nice, like, it's a cute trailer in like a idyllic location too. It's kind of like the nice version of whatever Jacoby has going on.
Definitely.
I thought.
Yeah.
It's like secluded in the forest, but like in a cottagecore way rather than like a scary I'm hiding out here way, the way that Jacoby kind of seems to be going on there. And when Richard comes a knocking, we get this shot of it's like a wide shot, and we see Richard's face like reflected on the door, extra strong. That was kind of interesting.
I had to pause it and check, like, to make sure it was him. You know what I mean? Like, that it wasn't Cooper or something. I don't know. Like, it.
Gotcha.
I could tell it was a strong figure, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't anything else other than a reflection.
Yeah, like Miriam says that she tries to bluff and say that she called the police and told them about Richard, and she sent this letter. But I think she just sent the letter. This Richard seems like a real asshole.
He's such a good character. In this Eamon Farron guy,
Yeah,
you're good at being a scary guy.
he is.
You should
wish
be an
you hadn't
actor.
sent a letter. You don't send a 911 letter. It's too bad.
Why do you think that she mailed a letter in this time where like that's
Maybe she was raised by her grandparents, and her grandparents grew up in like the Wild West, where I can also see you doing that, mailing a letter to the sheriff, a 911 letter.
I saw a murder of a child.
Yeah.
I saw a murder.
I don't get the sense that she's like removed from society. Like I feel like is there some indication that she's like a teacher or something? Like she has a job. She's not like a hermit.
We saw her in the diner. Is that where I remember her from? Or what else has she been up to?
I think this is the first time we saw her.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's interesting for them to decide, for them to write that she sent a letter instead of calling, or I guess however else you communicate in 2017. It's not really through the USPS. I wonder what to make of
Yeah,
it.
I mean, Richard pulls out his smartphone afterwards.
Yeah, it's not like there
exits.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen plenty of like modern technology in the show. It's not like it's this version of reality where like all this stuff doesn't exist just for the purposes of telling a more interesting story. So like the decision to make her write a letter like that is It's deliberate. Atticus, do you find something?
Is a school teacher, and she's the one that was at the diner and left a generous tip.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so she is plugged in to the community, or at least like friendly. She's not like self-isolating or anything. Like she would be perfectly happy to go tell somebody about something.
Mm-hmm.
And she's in town. It's not like she's super far away. Like she went to the Double R Diner. Huh.
Maybe it's like a small town thing where like if it's important, you put it in a letter.
Yeah.
Like she just didn't connect that this was like something with a little bit more urgency.
I mean, like, yeah, that's a good point. Like, there's maybe something more official about like it's being stamped and like dated. This can count as evidence more strongly than if it was just a phone call. It's less ephemeral or something.
My guitar teacher in 7th grade was very big on letters. He was like, Ben, if you ever come up with a good riff, record it on a cassette tape and mail the cassette tape to yourself and never open that until you go to court. And then when you go to court to say that somebody stole your riff, you just say, this is postmarked.
You put it in the boombox, hit play, and it's you saying, what if Jar Jar flew the plane on 9/11?
And then who would have stolen the riff? Who are we?
Unfortunately,
you guys probably.
It was.
I don't know. I don't know too many.
You get a real.
We got like, rich off the Jar Jar 9/11 riff. Suing us for damages. Speaking of guitar riffs, though,
Carl plays guitar and sings outside of his trailer and stops when a red mug is thrown through a trailer window by Stephen Burnett, who is inside abusing Becky.
Loved the first half of this scene. Didn't like the second half. But the guitar was great. I loved that. Carl was awesome.
There's something about an old man playing a guitar, like a folk guitar, that always works for me. I don't know. There's a lot of life, and especially someone like Harry Dean Stanton. He sings the song Red River Valley, which is like a old Western tune, like cowboy tune. And I've got some lyrics here. From this valley they say you are going, we will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you are taking the sunshine that has brightened our pathway a while. So come sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy that has loved you so true. Beautiful. It's a beautiful little ditty.
That guitar was very cool too that he was playing.
Ooh, I didn't really notice what was cool about him.
I don't know, just looked like an old cool guitar. I'd also say, spoilers for later on in our episode, but I'm putting Carl up for outfit of the episode.
Yeah,
contender.
The corduroy jacket is sick.
Mm-hmm.
So we know Carl as the proprietor or landlord or whatever of the Fat Trout Trailer Park. We were introduced to Carl and the trailer park in Fire Walk with Me as being located in Deer Valley. And it seems to be in Twin Peaks now. Okay, it seems to have changed, or did it move?
Maybe he's got two properties?
Maybe he's got two properties both called Fat Trout Trailer Park.
Yeah.
They're all owned by BlackRock now, and he's just the folksy manager that they move around.
I think that this is the key, or a key, and not to overplay my hand here, I guess, but this is a clue for how to look at the show, how to analyze the show. Basically, don't turn this into Star Wars about it or something. Yeah, it was like one time. Yeah, in the movie it was over here. Now it's over here. Like this isn't how you're supposed to be. Don't be drawing a map, I guess.
Is that how people
Calm
watch
down a
Star
bit.
Wars?
That's how I watch Star Wars. I'm drawing a map of the galaxy. And I guess I wanted to see more Amanda Seyfried, but not like this. Tough episode so far.
Tough. Yeah. Really, yeah. Rough start. Rodney Mitchum is going over paperwork when Candy comes in, tries to swat a fly, and ends up hitting Rodney in the head with a television remote. Bradley comes in as Candy becomes hysterical over wounding Rodney. This is I like this. I know that I've complained about Andy quite a bit, but I like it when Candy's doing it in this season.
When she's doing what? Smacking people?
Just being goofy, being Andy like.
Just watched Mulholland Drive for the first time. Can't remember if this has already been said, but she's the girl, right? Like the
Camilla?
no,
Or
like
the
girl that they're pressuring the director to cast, right?
really? That's
no,
her?
not
That's Candy.
actually. No, sorry, not actually, but just like
Oh,
like sorry.
well,
Here I'm
trivia.
some David Lynch-esque trivia where it's
Gotcha.
like, it is that, but not really. Yeah.
Gotcha. Like American Girl. She like in the way that like Laura kind of.
She's like even dressed up like her.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, the pink. Yeah. So this is our third scene, and we've seen two scenes so far this episode. The third scene in a row where there's horrific violence going, or there's violence going on. The first two scenes have been horrific violence against women, and we'll see more of it in this episode, committed by completely unrepentant and vile men. And my read on this scene is that it's kind of an exercise in working backwards from what is the most excusable and innocent scenario where a man gets whacked hard in the face. And it's the Candy completely not meaning to at all. It just swat a fly and hits him in the face with the TV remote. And then Candy's reaction here is so outsized, almost like she's channeling the guilt Richard and Steven don't feel. I maybe she's absorbing that. Maybe it's just to provide a contrast to like this very deliberate evil violence that's being done with no remorse, and then this like just the tiniest little step in that direction that she feels so bad about. I also think that there's something to being smacked with a TV remote specifically. Like we see like in Fire Walk With Me, the destruction of the television at the very beginning. And for people who make a TV show to like smack somebody in the face with a TV remote, that feels. I feel like I should be getting something for that. Like I feel like I need to be. Like, are they hitting me with it? Are they? I'm not picking up on it, but it feels important.
I like the idea of it, of like you said, absorbing that and also being contrast. Me wisely watching Twin Peaks, I think it's both. You know, both of those things at once.
You've been levitating this whole episode, Atticus.
Yeah.
Ever since you watched Mulholland Drive.
I really think I'm a little bit more keyed in. I know.
Yeah.
I know what's happening a little bit more.
I think that's honestly probably true, right? Like you've seen the key David Lynch text, and I guess this isn't a podcast about Mulholland Drive, but now you have that background for what's happening in The Return. Now, we also rewatched it this
helpful.
week, like independently. We didn't really talk about it, but turns out it's still a good movie.
Agreed.
Dougie's doctor examines Dale Cooper as Janey-E tells him about his recent behavior. After a physical, he is determined to be in excellent health, delightfully surprising Janey-E due to Dougie usually being overweight. Delightfully
I don't
meaning
mind. Well,
she's getting turned on. She's getting turned on.
Oh yeah, big time.
Can't say that on
Those turned on by his
fandom.com.
blood pressure.
Interesting.
Damn.
She does. Yeah. I mean, he starts turning like all vascular there with the cuff on. Yeah.
110 over 70 or something like that. And I'm thinking, is that good?
It was helpful for him to go, and that's good. Right after.
Yeah. It helped. Fellas, I don't mind saying so here on the podcast and putting it on record. If my spouse acts extremely strangely, like they might have suffered a traumatic brain injury, I will wait no more than 7 to 8 business days before bringing them to the doctor. And that's a promise.
For like
I'm just that kind of
a normal check-in, like just vitals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what if they got abs at the same time? Wouldn't you? Maybe it would cancel things out in your mind. I mean, I know that Janey-E didn't notice until then, but
You're asking if my spouse.
if your spouse got rock hard 6 or 8 pack abs, wouldn't you?
My wife doesn't already have an 8-pack.
But
You watch it, buddy.
but completely lost their mind. Maybe things are just evening out, you know? They lost their mind, but they're really
think so.
no.
You don't think so, Atticus?
I don't think so. I'm comfortable going on record that I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe in
Yeah.
holistic health. So you just shifted some health over to another part.
What if that's what it meant?
Holistic health of your whole. Make sure your hole's healthy. But yeah, Janey's getting big time horned up over Cooper's hot bod. K-Mac looking good, dude. Good work.
Rodney watches the news with Candy, Sandy, and Mandy and sees the report on the arrest of Ike the Spike Statler, who they had put a hit on. They then see the report on Ike's attack on Dougie and recognize him as Mr. Jackpots from their casino.
The
Maybe
news
like
report
the-
refers to him as Ike the Spike. Like he's known to the public at large as Ike the Spike.
That's really funny. I didn't even like register that.
They do that, don't they? Don't they say like when we
They
got El Chapo?
Sure, okay.
Well, what's his first name? Chop. Actually, it's Chapo. Isn't
L.
L. L. It just feels like they should have a Chapo something. First name El quote El Chapo end quote Guzman. Is that his name? Yeah, I think so.
That's true. That's a good point. The Las Vegas news, I think, is fun to see them. They're like, okay, it's the local news anchors, and they're like, okay, what's next? And then they like roll the dice, and they spin it, and then the 2 dice show local news, and then they go into the story. Which, like, what have you been talking about? I've been kind of
Also,
wondering,
it's
like,
like-
isn't this the local news?
It's also like you roll the dice and it's like, should we cover the earthquake that's happening right now? Like, they shouldn't
Yeah.
let the dice decide.
They're probably not letting the dice decide,
Should
but
be
it's
an
the funny
animation.
graphics package that they put together because it's Vegas. Everything is gambling related.
No.
Are you guys watching Strip Law at all?
No.
Oh, it's really funny. But it's in Las Vegas. Just a little plug for Strip Law. It's a good time.
Interesting.
Is it like, I'm imagining it's a sister show to Neighbors. Is it anything related? Anything like that?
No, it's a comedy
Oh,
cartoon
okay.
that's been
Las Vegas Strip. I
Yes.
assumed it meant like strip club because I think that's also illegal in Las Vegas, isn't it? I guess they're legal everywhere. Never mind. Whatever.
You've been visiting. You thought you were being illegal with your visits. Overt
I'm gonna
ops.
save a lot of money on flights to Vegas. No.
Janey-E watches Cooper eat cake and asks him if he finds her attractive, trying to tempt him. Then they have sex with Cooper's arms comically flopping on the bed, resulting in Sonny Jim being awoken by Janey-E's screams.
Her screams of ecstasy.
Yeah, that's an important
Yeah.
thing to add.
They're having a good time. Yeah. It's a funny scene.
Editorializing too with it being comical, you know. I was worried about him.
Were you?
No, but
Okay. No, Naomi Watts is one of the great on-screen sex havers. She's also much more than that as an artist, but this is an area where she really shines. And I don't really know how to phrase that, but like,
What else are you talking about? What other stuff?
Mulholland Drive.
Okay. Just two things?
If you did Mulholland Drive and Twin Peaks: The Return, and someone was like, "Oh, so just two? This surprising?" I think I would be a little upset about that.
Well, for calling her one of the great on-screen, on-scene, whatever, sex havers. See, you'd think there'd be more. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe there is more, but all it takes is one, and she's got two.
Okay.
I thought she was great in this episode. Like, it was a funny scene. I mean, I mean to be serious about this. Like, I'm being a little flip with calling her an on-screen sex haver, but like, that's a part of acting that I don't know. Seems like it could be difficult, or it could be handled in different ways, and like this one is definitely very comedic, but you can see all sorts of different ways that it could go. I don't know. But her scene partner in all of these.
Yeah, why don't you give him credit? Why isn't Kyle MacLachlan one of the great on-screen?
Because he's not doing anything.
I don't think that's fair.
I mean, like his Dougie being Dougie, you don't think it's
she's doing a lot of projects. Just laying there, Ben.
Well, he's not. I think
sometimes that's the most effective move.
I don't know how.
Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, they probably had an intimacy coordinator or whatever, being like really serious with her, and then like, and you're gonna act goofy. You're gonna get a little funky with it with the arms. More arm motion, please. This is a bit of a reversal on Twin Peaks sex normally, to be slightly more serious, because so much of it
it's seems to be enjoyed here. Like, it's something
like wholesome, I suppose. You know,
and even though it's like it is cool,
rather than this like all evil,
right? Yeah, rather than all evil. It might be between people who are like in their monogamous relationship kind of thing. It's
even that is a little bit like, that's not who she thinks it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I've got one more thing to say about this scene. The scene we've had the most to say about so far. Had to rewind to the beginning of the episode when this scene started.
Why did you
It starts with a foot shot. You know, this is Quentin Tarantino guest direction.
This scene does?
Yeah, it does. The cake one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, whatever. Jacoby broadcasts an episode of his Dr. Amp show as Nadine Hurley watches.
That was another good scene.
Yeah, it was fun that we got another Amp broadcast. Fun to see Nadine again. She seems to have a drape shop.
I love that.
And, yeah.
Did you catch the name?
Silent Drapes. There's just
Silent Run, Silent Drape type thing.
It said run drapes, run silent, I think. It was run drapes, run silent, which was kind of weird.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was the slogan or the name.
Also, how you can't be doing business, that can't have much customers.
I don't know. It could be one of those things that is surprisingly, it's like, like the mattress stores. Like, are you guys really moving enough product to stay open? But maybe just moving enough drapes.
I would start an online store if I were her, but
Like there's this rug shop in Madison, Wisconsin that is on like a really nice, I imagine extremely expensive piece of land, highly prized storefront property there that like I've always marveled at. Are you selling like enough rugs to pay the rent on this or something? It's cool. I'm glad that it's not just some other bullshit. But maybe the drapes keep her afloat.
In the morning, Janey-E, in a bright mood from the evening before, takes Cooper to work and Sonny Jim to school.
She is Naomi Watts. Spoiler for, she's my performer of the episode. But like in addition to like her performance in the previous scene that we talked about at length, where apparently we saw her feet. Do you guys know that? That if we go back,
what's that time code?
The transformation that she undergoes, I don't know, she seems like a different person. Almost. She's good at that, turns out.
Jerry,
real quick before we move on, and I'm sorry to put us in a hard reverse, but we did skip over a great line with Ike the Spike. Did we mention
the Jones?
Ike the Spike just stepped on his dick, or finally stepped on his dick.
Yes, like the Mitchums are talking about him being caught.
Just want to make sure that was acknowledged.
I like I did like the Belushi line in there too. That's like, it turns out our Mr. Jones is actually a Mr. Jones.
Yeah, that was a good line.
Jerry, lost in the woods, yells when he loses phone signal.
Where do we think this plot line is headed? I guess, Ben, you can't answer, but Atticus, do you think Jerry is going to run across Wyndham Earle's cabin where Leo is still fighting spiders or something?
Ooh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to, like, do we even know if he's in the same state? Is there anything to say that he's anywhere near anyone? We just
last
know woods.
We saw him in the Great Northern Hotel.
Oh, that's
with,
okay.
And then the next thing we see is like the first Dr. Amp broadcast where he's sparking up in the woods, and then ever since he has been
wandering a woods.
Right. Yeah, he's riding the struggle bus, I guess. I assume that's nearby, but I don't know. It's kind of funny to just check in with him, like just a quick scene every once in a while, and have him just be like still going through it, but in a big way.
Chad goes to Lucy's desk and comments that it is a beautiful day, and then goes out to get the mail as Lucy watches with suspicion. He pockets Miriam's letter outside of Lucy's view and goes back inside, leaving the rest of the mail with Lucy.
I don't really have anything to say about this scene. He's
Chad made it sound like
I-
it was going to be hard, but it was incredibly easy.
seems pretty easy. I do think Lucy might be onto him. She's been an investigator in the past. Don't underestimate Lucy, but yeah, well, I guess we'll see.
This is one of those scenes where I consciously catch myself like I should be paying more attention because scene starts and I'm thinking to myself, why is he acting so weird? Is he trying to get another donut? Is he gonna steal it? Is he gonna steal a donut from her?
I'm on to you, Chad. You get double donut.
Richard drives, reading a text message from Chad, confirming that he caught the letter from Miriam. Right. Johnny sits in front of a talking toy bear while Sylvia goes to the door as Richard arrives at her house, trying to keep him away. He enters anyway and demands money. He starts strangling Sylvia as Johnny helplessly falls over, tied to his chair, squirming on the floor. Richard gets valuables from his safe and takes his grandmother's purse before leaving.
Another hard
rough
one.
one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time. So I guess Johnny didn't die, as I thought he did when he ran out of the wall last time. His setup, that's just at the beginning of the scene before like the bad stuff happens in the scene. I guess he's like strapped to the chair and tethered to the table as well, presumably because otherwise he'd be running around and hurting himself. And he's got this teddy bear with a light bulb for a head and like a crude face on it that is just repeating in a like kind of a British accent. Hello, Johnny. How are you today? Hello, Johnny. How are you today? Just over and over and over again. So
The entire scene.
yes. It's really upsetting to have that be going nonstop. So I'm guessing this is meant to infer, like, I don't think that they're torturing Johnny. I think that this is probably like one of the only thing that keeps him.
It's like it's a very
Calm?
Clockwork Orange doctor style vibe
Yeah.
where yes, maybe in their minds not torturing him, but
Obviously,
outside viewer.
yeah. I
Pierce.
mean, I guess like if he wasn't tied down, do you think that's why he ran into the wall in the first place? That like this is. I mean, he's always been troubled. He's always had something going on. We don't know what that is, but
Or did he escape that setup? To
Exactly.
run it, you know?
Yeah.
yeah, that's
It's a very have you guys heard about the I might be mixing up two stories, but I'm pretty sure I'm on this. It might have even happened in New Jersey, but like wealthy woman who I don't even know what you say, hid her son away from like a really young age in her house, like never let him go to school, basically locked him away in a room, and he was only discovered when he was in like his mid 30s or something like that, because I don't know if somebody broke into the house and like started a fire or something like that, but basically a fire starts in the house and then first responders come and then they're like putting out the fire and then like, wait, what the fuck? Why is there a guy in this room who's just like gaunt? Kind of had that kind of vibe. And it was just like a upper middle class, like I don't know what you would say, really high upper middle class woman who basically, yeah, locked her kid away. It really gave me the same vibe in this this scene.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the horns are particularly well equipped to. Well, actually, they're not. It doesn't seem like they're probably taking care of Johnny that well. I have no idea what's going on with him, but this
isn't
can't
how you
be-
do it.
This can't be helpful for him. You got to feel bad for him, I guess. And I feel bad for Sylvia too, because it seems like she's the. Unless she's just torturing it, I don't know. But like, it seems like Richard Bamer. Ben and Sylvia got divorced, and Ben is sending her money, and sending her enough money to afford, that kind of house or whatever. But is it all going towards her lifestyle and it's like caretaker abuse? Or is it like actually she's trying her best? I'm not really sure. But I do, separately from that whole situation, Richard shows up, and I am certainly feeling bad for Sylvia in this case, because, yeah, he like is hurting his grandmother like that, strangling her, throwing her to the ground, and demanding this safe combination. I think I know who Richard is. We've had a little bit of a clue just from the summaries with his name and stuff, but this episode, confirms that like Sylvia's his grandma. We heard that Doppelganger Cooper visited Audrey in the hospital before he disappeared. And I think that's where Richard comes from. And then it also reminds me that he then visited Diane, and that was a horrible meeting for them as well. Dark and feels bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roger reports Ike's arrest to Duncan Todd, who then calls over Anthony Sinclair, ordering him to convince the Mitchum brothers that Dougie is working against them, and, if he fails, to kill Dougie.
Big fish. Have we talked about Duncan's office yet? And how
It's
cool
sick.
it is? It's so cool.
I get so much work done in that office. Oh shit.
It's I feel like it's the nicest space in the show. I like it a great deal.
I also like the power move of "Don't sit down."
Yes, that's a good one. And the line, the Mitchums, my business rivals and bitter enemies. That's
Yeah.
just
I'm
Yeah, of
aware
course.
those guys.
the Mitchums. Which, by the way, I think whatever. Okay, I'll get into this when we get more. I got more on the Mitchum brothers that we'll get into later. But anyway, I like to see Big Fish. Like The Office. Good scene.
Albert Rosenfield and Constance Talbot enjoy a dinner date as Cole and Preston observe them approvingly.
Okay, so we have to update our conjecture from last episode, where we suspected that Albert was indisposed because he was going to the bathroom. This maybe says more about me than it does about anything else. But like, oh, obviously he's not like spitting game. He's like shitting his guts out in agony. That's what's going on. But yeah, he was probably flirting with Constance is what was going on. Those two seemed to hit it off in their first meeting, and it's frankly, I ship them.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Gordon Cole, super comfortable with his hands.
What's he doing?
He's like grabbing Tammy to like move her around where they're like watching.
I usually get the vibe that any scene with Tammy was a kind of an excuse for David Lynch to spend time with Cristobal or whatever her name is. It seemed like they were good friends.
If this is also
a little bit.
Nah, it's cool.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Yeah. I maybe we should look in to see what Christabel thinks about it. He whispers though to Preston here. I know the
That's
man
true,
could,
yeah.
could be quiet like that.
You kind of assumed that he was gonna be a little funny shouting or something like that, but no.
Mhm.
At the Silver Mustang Casino, the Mitchum brothers watch via security cameras Sinclair approaching Warwick and stating that he wishes to speak to the Mitchums. They send Candy down to collect Sinclair, which she does with much delay. When she finally brings him to the office, Sinclair lies to the Mitchum brothers that Dougie Jones had cheated them out of their insurance claim for their hotel that burned down due to arson and insists that they have an enemy in Douglas Jones. Back home, they make their plans to deal with Jones. I really like the Candy stuff.
Yeah.
She's actually probably my a spoiler actor of the episode. I found this all very
Nice.
funny.
Yeah, very funny to see her see them watching the security cameras. They're like, what is she talking about? She's supposed to go get him.
It's like, we're lucky that the casino is air conditioned.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great. Andrew Sinclair says to them, your hotel that burned badly down a few months ago. This is very Trump-like sentence structure. Okay, and these are my thoughts about the Mitchum brothers. They're kind of like the Horn brothers of Vegas,
Yes.
I guess, right? Although, as of right now, I don't know if we've seen them do crimes. Like they're mobster coded, they're gangster coded. And they did beat the fuck out of Brett Gelman, and they might be doing insurance
That's
fraud.
not a crime.
But these are both incredibly excusable actions. Like, what
Whomst
big deal
amongst us.
And the Horns, they were trafficking women and drugs and stuff. And okay, the Candy, Sandy, and Mandy like standing around in tutus, and Candy's like outsized reaction to like hurting Rodney, I guess. Maybe there's some weird stuff going on there. We haven't seen it yet. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where Twin Peaks ends up, that there's tough relationship stuff happening. But I don't know if we actually are they gangsters?
They're definitely gangster coded, but you're making a good argument here.
So far,
potentially just upstanding.
They haven't really done anything wrong.
But they are like,
I don't think.
I mean, I guess there is like the assumption that like if you that guy stole $30 million from you, and like they're like, and then they'll kill him, I guess kind of implies that that's kind of their MO.
They didn't
like they might be willing to do that.
They put out the hit on Ike.
Oh, that's true. Putting out a hit,
I think is probably illegal, even if it's not. Your Honor.
But then also, in look, you know, it is illegal, but also we know Ike isn't a good guy, and so these could feel like the righteous gangsters.
You're right. Yeah. Your Honor, we were just helping out the community, cleaning up the.
Oh, you wanted Ike to Spike running around, Your Honor. Okay, Your Honor.
Who else is going to employ Ike to Spike, Your Honor?
That you did. You wanted him to not trip on his dick. Okay. I'm Your Honor. Guilty.
This is a different strategy than has been tried before. I feel like if I were a judge, I would cave and be like, whatever gets you.
Oh, this guy's really mean. Give him whatever you want. Doing that to the judge. Your Honor made you flinch. May I approach the bench? Okay.
Your Honor, I was today years old when I found out about being held in contempt.
Cole sits in his hotel room sketching, then answers the door, seeing a vision of Laura Palmer and hearing Sarah Palmer shouting, "Laura!" Before he notices Albert. Albert shows him Diane's text saying that it was sent from Mexico, and her response to it saying that they have Hastings. Preston enters and shows them a photo of the glass box in the presence of Cooper's doppelganger and another man.
What's Gordon drawing? It's like a giraffe horse or something. Something weird, like a leopard.
We only get to
Liger.
look at it upside down, right?
Yeah. Weird. So Albert's awesome. I love Albert. God, might be my favorite character. But he says to Cole that Diane has a stable of male suitors, which Yas Queen. Slay. That doesn't sound like boyfriend talk, according to Albert. And do we think Diana's bad? Is she a baddie? Well, she's a baddie, but is she bad?
Who is it in this
Is
show?
she in cahoots?
Hadn't
going on?
Also, who is it? Yeah.
I also don't. I might be blinded by
Bob.
my affection for Diana, but I am not willing to turn on Diane quite yet. Also, Atticus deserves his flowers here. You called Mr. C, being the guy who financed the glass box experiment stuff. Well done. Well done.
Me not catching that reveal somehow. Yeah.
Nailed it. Well, I guess we just saw that he's in that photo. I assume
Okay.
that was him setting things up, but okay.
Sylvia tells Ben about Richard's attack, expecting him to cover for her money stolen by Richard. Ben asks Beverly to have dinner with him.
So yeah, this is where we learn, Sylvia and Ben have divorced, which I suppose makes sense. The last time we saw them together, things were odd between, or it would be tough to recover from that in your marriage. Do you think Ben remarried? He's wearing a wedding ring.
Did they say they're divorced or just that Ben sends her money? Am I crazy?
I don't think they said divorced,
So maybe
but
Separated.
sure.
maybe
Okay.
that's still the OG wedding ring.
But this is where Ben Horn does the Bugs Bunny meme. It's time to go back to the old me, and
It's got
it's
some
like,
din.
Beverly, let's do this. I'm ready. I've been good for 25 years. It's time. Looks like meat's back on the menu.
Do you want to get dinner?
And by the meat's back on the menu, I'm asking you to dinner.
The log lady speaks to Hawk over the phone with another cryptic message, particularly noting the Trumans as particularly noting the Trumans as Hawk's brothers, and that, quote, Laura is the one.
They're true men.
Hawk is me watching Twin Peaks, just like, okay.
Okay. I'm happy to see Margaret again. Man, I just get emotional every time I see her on screen. It's like knowing she's dying, like actively dying. It's kind of beautiful to see her like that. Don't really know what to make of the message, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know. They told us that in the first episode of the first season. Laura Palmer died, and we're trying to figure that shit out.
I mean, it's a good, like, she says something about like it's almost full circle, and reminder that this is Laura's story. And that's what she says that at the beginning of the pilot, I think, right? When there's the Log Lady intros, and like this is Laura's story, and that's what Twin Peaks is. Ultimately, it's Laura's story, and it's kind of seemed to have gotten far afield from it, but it's going to come back. It's almost full circle, and Laura is the one. It's the key here.
At the Roadhouse, Rebecca Del Rio performs No Stars. Atticus, good thing you watched.
That was so good. I was like, this reminds me of. Is that actually literally the same person?
Yeah,
Okay.
Rebecca Del Rio. Tight. Do you guys but they didn't add it here. Did you notice who was playing guitar?
Moby. I was like, is that Moby? And I had to watch for the credits.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. I didn't quite put it together. We went through like several people, like Zoe and I were watching this. Like that looks like, because he was getting like extra screen time, but not in like a star way. It's a little always over the shoulder, slightly out of focus, and it's like, oh, I guess that it was Moby. That's very funny.
Yeah.
It's not interesting to be someone like who has a podcast like about Twin Peaks to like not say much about a song, right? Like it's you're doing the art a disservice. You're doing podcasting a disservice if you, I don't know, don't want to engage in something. Like at least, you know, say something about it. But this song, I gotta say, did not care for it.
I liked this one.
This one sucked.
This one was good.
It's the worst one so far to me.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you
Maybe
think?
there was some like acoustics in the room. There was something that like something was really resonating poorly. It's like they auto-tuned her voice and just took out the timbre or something. Like there was something weirdly artificial.
Do you like her? Do you like her song in Mulholland Drive? Do you like?
Yeah, Mulholland Drive. It's great.
Basically, sounds the same, but okay.
Well, that was
wrong,
pitch.
My dream is here. I'm reading the first verse. My dream is to go to that place, you know, the one where it all began on a starry night when it all began.
Did you like the performance, Ben? Did you like this one?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. It's fun to see her.
I liked her shirt. It looks like the damn floor.
Yeah, I thought that
shirt
was
looking
cool
like
too.
the floor.
I was really. I knew. I don't know why this was a little factoid that I had in my brain ahead of time, knowing that Moby was going to be there. But I was like, "Oh, this is the Moby one," and then I was kind of watching for him most of the time. But she's good. She actually she just died like a year ago. I saw.
Really?
I read her Wikipedia page immediately after, and then I read Moby's. He's got an incredibly long Wikipedia page for who he is. It's so
Controversies.
I feel like
there's no controversy section, but it's like activism, and then it's like a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch.
Is anything that like is intriguing about Moby anything to do with his music? Like, it seems like he's just in the. I don't know how that guy gets headlines and like
Extreme
all
ways
the
are
time.
back again.
That's a good song. That's the end of the catalog for me.
Broke everything new again. Everything
I
own.
I think of the one that's at the end of Heat. It's like something God over water, face of water, or something like that.
I really like his work hitting on Natalie Portman. I think is probably what I'm the biggest fan of.
He's like a stalker, right?
Yeah, he was being creepy on her, I believe. Anyway, shout out Moby. Love your whale, dude. Superlatives out for the episode. Me and Atticus are going to give it to Carl's corduroy jacket, Harry Dean Stanton. Looking good as hell.
I might be also giving it to Ben a little bit.
Oh, really? What's Ben
Ben-
wearing?
Ben, I'm talking to right now with the jacket. I feel like
Oh,
this jacket
shit.
could be in
Oh,
TV.
shit. We've got a live outfit of the episode happening on the pod right now. An intertextual outfit of the episode.
Interesting.
I think it should be discussed at the very least as a
Is that a
very sick jacket.
Is that a shacket we're dealing with?
This? No, this is
Yeah.
a jacket. This is a jacket.
It's a jacket. It's straight up.
It's thick.
Is that zipper or button?
It's zippers and snaps.
Fuck.
Damn, that goes pretty hard.
I got it in China.
The Chinese jacket. Outfit of the episode, Ben's Chinese jacket.
Label.
Nice. Ben, who's your outfit of the episode?
Candy. I mean, we've seen it before, but I liked her. I liked as an actor and as a clothes wearer. I liked it all. She's my
Nice.
actor and outfit of the episode.
Damn, nice. So does it mean Mandy and Sandy also get outfit of the episode?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Probably should have, like, the only time multiple people are wearing the same exact outfit. I shouldn't give it to just one person.
My star of the episode is Naomi Watts. Already shouted her out. But she's awesome. Atticus, who's your star of the episode?
Carl.
Oh, wow. Oh,
That
for his little
performance,
little
yeah.
ditty. He should have performed at the Roadhouse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this episode a 3 out of 5.
It's a
It
4.
was okay.
It's a 4.
Okay.
I'll go 3.5.
Interesting. Split decision.
Always
0.6.
the
The coward's half
peacemaker.
star. Oh, no.
No, you're just making sure that we don't jump down each other's throats. I appreciate that. I guess, what do you think is going to happen in the next episode?
I'm just here to just enjoy. You
You've
know?
been right about so much so far, and I've been totally off. So I've turned to you, the Oracle.
Oh,
Who
shit.
will appear?
Who's going to appear? I
What's
feel
the
like Nadine's
biggest-
got a plot. Nadine's got a plot.
Dial.
Do you think dark or light will prevail ultimately?
Ooh.
Are we gonna have a happy ending?
Next-
at
Next episode is just Richard.
How many
Richard
we have
on the
left?
beach. Like, whew, I escaped.
I think
having a good life.
we have like 8 more episodes. I think there's, isn't it?
Yeah, 18. I think.
I'm gonna predict we're gonna get a Nadine plotline pretty soon. That's not just her watching TV, or watching Dr. whatever his name is, Dr. Jacoby,
Dr. Amp. Yeah.
Dr. Amp. That's all. That's my own prediction. I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think? So I can predict the opposite.
Well, I think Fire Walk with Me ended on a positive note. I know that's my personal reading, and I think Ben disagreed with me. But and so I think that the return is going. I think the message. I sense this is headed towards darkness.
Interesting.
My gut sense. Folks, thanks for listening to the show. You can email us at drskeletonsrschool@gmail.com. You can support us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/drskeleton. Next week, we're going to be watching The Return Part 11. Ben, hit him with a catchphrase.
Remember to watch the episode.
This is a brand new Extra Good podcast. Learn more at brandnewextragood.com.